Hey guys, welcome back to Tornado Survival. Last time I just started working on the house. We got the sniper duel achievement. Nothing too crazy happened. This storm is still roaring pretty good, even though it's weakening. Circulation's about right over us. It's just a big windstorm with some hail. I think the hail has actually stopped now. What I'm building here is a little bit of a road and tunnel for me to easily get to our farm over there. Just to make it easy, probably build a little rail line along the side that'll take resources into my house, maybe all underground, that one actually. It might be good to put a roof on this to prevent this from taking damage when there is hailstorms, and put fences on the side so we can't get sucked out when there's just high wind, so we're basically safe with everything but an actual tornado in itself. There's some really high peaks around here. At some point we'll have to go adventure to them, but this thing is just sitting over us, so it's not doing too much, nothing too exciting. Just really fast, let us just check our achievements. Mining. And probably mining, because I don't think... Well, no, you have to throw it and get it picked up. Jeez. The lightning is really close. I tried that. I guess I'll just have to try it again. I'm not sure why they're not picking it up. They would pick up anything I threw it at them, and usually they pick, like if there's a piece of rotten flesh and they walk right up to it, they pick it up immediately when they just walk by, so who knows. Ooh, I just got a really good idea for where to put the rail line. I'll put the rail line, I'll put it like right here and just have it at the top and have it go through right below the roof. That would actually be really neat. I think I'll do that. I think we'll do that. I was trying to decide how I wanted to do that, because I just don't want to like take up one of these rows and like have it run down, but I think that'll work. So let's mine through. I see grass. I think we're really close to popping out the other side. This is just a small little tunnel. Just a small one, that's it. Nothing else really exciting here. No massive mountains to mine through, no 5,000 tiles to build all the way to spawn. Avius probs. Okay, while I'm working, I guess I'll go ahead and share another story since I don't really have too much else to really talk about. Wow, it seems like the storm's like intensifying again. We'll go check the weather, and then I'll start the story where I work. Because that's a lot of the times I get the comments that basically just say, like, I really like the series, and that's because I like to hear you talk about a lot of stuff. I like the music you put in, and I like to see reactions to a lot of things. And I appreciate all the stories and stuff about weather that I get down in the comments. I really enjoy reading all of them. Whether or not I reply, I do enjoy to read all of them. But when I was at school, there was, we were getting like a lot of squall lines there in the fall. As the weather's changing up in the mountains. And one day, it was early one morning, we knew a big storm system was coming through, and we knew there was a squall line, like it was out in Ohio, like early in the morning. It was a morning that I had to do the weather shift, and the first thing in the morning, so I was in the weather station, at 5, and, or I guess 5:30, yeah, 5:30, and I knew, like, I did the weather forecast in the morning, I did the broadcast, I knew, like, it was going to storm. I saw the squall line coming in, and I had class in the same building, so I didn't have to go outside. It was 8 o'clock. I was like, oh, the squall line will probably be passed by then. I was in my like dress clothes because I was on the green screen in the morning, so that was cool. Oh, we should go. Have we been in that cave yet? We'll have to go in that. And I was like, okay, that's totally cool. And it was, the squall line was struggling to get over the mountain, so it finally was like coming over the mountains, and it was like I got through my 8 o'clock class and it got out at 8:50, and I thought the storm was coming through, and like as I checked my radar and stuff, it was just like, oh shoot, that squall line didn't make it through. And it's one of those moments where it's like, I have class at 9:05. I've got 15 minutes to get all the way across campus, probably about a mile to where my next lab is. So do I book it out of class right now at like 8:50 as I saw the radar and like hurry up and get there, or do I sit here and wait and be a little bit late and see if I let it pass? But there was so much rain behind it, and I wanted to get to class on time, so I was like, I just need to go. And as I step out the door, like the big fat drops come, the wind hits, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to freaking pour. I have a rain jacket on and I have an umbrella, so I decided not to ride my bike. Even though it would have been a little bit quicker, I would get soaked. My pants would get soaked, my bag would get soaked because I couldn't hold my umbrella. I would just have my rain jacket on my bike, and I'd get soaked because I don't have covers on my like covers, so I would get sprayed with the tires too, which would be really kind of a mess. And I was like, I don't want that to happen. Let me just power walk it before it gets too bad across, and then it'll be a happy day. What the heck? Am I sleeping in my bed? Am I going to die when I pop out of this? That was so strange. I'm like falling through all the blocks around here. Well, long story short, actually not really long story short, to continue the story rather, I got to, like, as soon as like I stepped outside, I popped over my umbrella, had my thing, and I'm not the only one out there. Like, everybody's like out, like frantically trying to get to class. And I underestimated the walk. This was the very beginning of the school year, and I had not really walked around, done this walk. Like, I always bike because I didn't know, like, can I do this walk in 15 minutes or less than 15 minutes? So I had really just been biking across campus to all my classes. And this was like one of the first like really good storms we had, and rain that happens like right as you're transitioning classes, right? And I can't take the bus to this location because one, the buses were just jammed, but two, the bus didn't actually go down this road to this place. I would have had to still walk a little bit anyway, so it really just wasn't worth it. So anyways, I mean, I walk out, like, I get like one block, I probably get like a third of the way there, and then it just lets loose. It is okay, I can't say like a monsoon because that's a incorrect term. It is just a torrential downpour. It is coming down. It is so windy. Half a second later, my umbrella is just poof, inside out. It's like the metal's just like bending on it. I'm getting soaked. I have my rain jacket pulled up. I had my rain jacket over my backpack, and I am just getting soaked. I'm in dress shoes. I'm in little like brown loafers. I'm in khakis. I'm wearing like a jacket and my tie and stuff, and it's just coming down like, oh, it was pouring so hard. It was so windy. I get to class, and like as I like get to the building, it was just, people were like freaking out, and we were like, what's the big hubbub about? And there ended up being like a tornado warning had been issued as that squall line had come through. There was already severe thunderstorm warning, but they ended up issuing a tornado warning because there was like a bit of circulation like coming over. And of course there wasn't actually a tornado or anything. There really wasn't much wind damage, but I was soaked to the bone. I was in class. I was freezing cold because the temperature just dropped like crazy behind it. And it was really just, where are we? So I guess that's us. Hopefully that story is not too anticlimactic, but, oh, we need to turn. I mean, it was a downpour, and I was walking. I was still like 10 minutes late to class. I mean, I couldn't have been more soaked. It was pretty brutal. Where's our hole? I'm so confused. I'm talking and digging. We need to turn to the right. Where's our hole that we came up out of? It's not it. That's it. Let's try right here. So while there was no tornado, it was very strange. There was a tornado warning issued, and everybody on campus was walking around. I had no idea I was walking through the middle of the core of the storm during a tornado warning. It was pouring rain. It was pretty miserable. I just remember being cold. Like, I went out of that class. Usually I go like hang out and do homework for the hour before my next class, but I was like, no, I'm walking back. I'm getting my bike, and I'm biking across even in the light rain to go get this just done. This is ridiculous. We had quite a few squall lines. So that was the one that happened in the fall. And there was another squall line that came through again early in the morning. It was like 9 a.m. I had to go to math. I wasn't going to bike for the same reason, because I could walk under the overhangs until I got out of the eastern part of the campus that my dorms were at. So I still have to actually like walk in the rain a good bit. But I had the same thing. Like, I had like a new umbrella. I was actually wearing like normal clothes that day, and I was like I could get there. So I had like looked on the radar and it didn't look bad. It was like just like a green like yellow band, and this was before I bought radar scope. This was back in the day, a couple months ago, when I was still using like the Weather Channel's radar, which is just crap. And I was using that, and like I'd looked and I saw like, oh, like, you know, like 15 minutes before I left, like, oh, it's fine. Like there's like a little bit of a heavy band like in this rain coming through, but it's like no big deal. I walk downstairs, I open the door, and it's just rain sideways coming through. Those overhangs, I'll tell you, they did absolutely nothing. They did nothing at all. It was just straight up. Like, I was just getting hit, like, a whole siding was just wet because it was coming through all the way, which is pretty ridiculous. I mean, it was a little bit ridiculous. So, that happened. I think I'm just going to do this. Cobble on the wall. And it was, again, I was completely and utterly soaked. I mean, a bike wouldn't have been any better. It was, there was flash flooding, my shoes were just done. I mean, I was like walking through like ankle and thigh, like shin deep water in a couple spots on the side of the road and the sidewalks when I'm crossing the street. And it was one of those days where like my math professor, because he had to come from like across the other side of campus too, from his office to where we had our class, it was like he ended up coming like super late and super soaked as well because he actually had biked. And it was just like, why did I even show up? It just wasn't worth it. It was not worth it at all to show up to that. I should have just skipped class that morning. We ended up not like doing anything. I should have just not gone. I should have checked my weather. So basically what I'm trying to get at is I get caught in really ridiculous weather more often than you would think for somebody that's always checking the weather. It just happens. It just happens. Okay, let's go check the weather again. I'm kind of disappointed we haven't seen a tornado at all this week. We saw that one tornado like start to form, but I don't know what its deal was. We have all of these weakening thunderstorms, just non-stop, constant weakening thunderstorms, tropical cyclones. What the heck? Go away. You're moving away from me. Like, it's clear skies above us now. I guess I need to make... It's still spinning over there. Need to make another shovel. I'm so lazy to make another shovel, though. But to confirm any statements or any comments or stories, I have never personally seen a tornado. I have seen plenty of rotating wall clouds, and I have seen a potential funnel cloud. There's no way to really confirm it because I saw it for such a short time through the trees that it was actually a rotating storm. It was a funnel cloud that was rotating. It looked like it was rotating. I was pretty sure, but you know, it could have just been scud. I didn't have a prolonged period to examine it. But between those two things, I've never actually seen an actual tornado. I've been through plenty of hurricanes and, you know, squall lines and the rachos and all that stuff. I have not seen an actual tornado before. No. Been under, you know, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of tornado warnings, but never actually seen one. So that's, just mention that because that stories were both, they sounded better in my head, and it was a crazy experience, but walking around in those storms. But of course, that was probably just the dumbest stories, and you guys are just like, why? That was so stupid. That was so anticlimactic. I was waiting for the part of the story where it's like, I saw the tornado coming across campus, and I had to, like, quickly cross campus and go into the basement of one of the buildings. It was destroying everything. Yeah, nope, sorry. That hasn't happened. That's that. I just need to get some more rain popping up, but that's it. Okay. Actually, let's make a wind vane right now. Let's do something unique this episode because nothing else exciting is happening. Let's I wanted to make it with iron, and I wanted to make it with wood on the bases. So let's get, actually, do I have any? Okay, yes, I do. So I'm going to basically pretend like I craft this, and I'm going to, like, burn these items and go into creative and actually give them to me. So what I wanted to do for the For the wind vane, I think I just wanted to do this, put an arrow on top, and then we'll do a... Actually, I think they had stone bases, so let's do stone. I thought this would be kind of a unique recipe. Stone at the bottom. Then this is for the wind vane that points directions. So that, and then put the arrow on top. And then let's just say that that has now crafted a wind vane. So we'll throw those items there, and I'll have to burn them. Let me make a flint and steel. So I don't have a lava pit. There we go. And then the other one is the anemometer, which I think I'm going to do basically a very similar method. We'll just do this. We'll just do iron on the top. Those are like the 3 iron cups that will spin. So there we go. That has made us a anemometer. So let's go ahead and jump into, game mode. What, 0? No, 1. There we go. So go here, crafted this, crafted this, crafted this. Don't think these have craftable recipes. They shouldn't have craftable recipes. Anemometer, wind vane. Back to 0. We still have all our stuff. Good. We have these 2 things. Weird, they look like buttons. Let's go place these outside. And then I think we're going to call it an episode. A week of episodes. I'm sorry. They were short, uneventful, but some of this stuff just needed to be done. Actually, I should do cobblestone walls. I hear a baby zombie somewhere. There is one hiding somewhere, and I don't know where it is. As we're ending up with clear weather, let's go ahead and sleep. Why is this happening? I'm like falling through blocks when I right click on certain ones. Can you interact with the sensor and it's just being derpy right now? Who knows? Basically clear weather though, which is really nice. Let's make some cobblestone walls, and I think I'm going to mount them on the top of those. You know, wind vanes and anemometers have to be like, what, 6 meters above the ground to be accurate measurements. So let's actually place them up here. So you get the full wind measurements, not blocked by obstacles, per whatever the rules are for this. So let's do... Let's just do 2 for now. This is... Actually, isn't this 2... Yeah, this is 2 meters, so 6 meters would be way up, but we won't be able to see it. So we'll do it officially when we launch. But, anemometer... Awesome. Oh, there's a chicken. I could have put like a feathers up there, but that'll work. Could have put more iron in the middle, like a middle iron on the third class if he actually does a crafting recipe like that. But there we go. So we have both of these. These will hopefully start working when there is actually weather happening, which will be kind of neat. But I think that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed our pretty lame stories. I don't have any new weather stories that I know I haven't shared before other than just those couple ones. Maybe I'll share the kind of storm chasing story once and some facts and stuff I learned about when I've done storm chasing myself with some people up at school and the team there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everyone with me. I've got school next week after you see these episodes. The next week I'll actually be at school in class. Again, if I got episodes out this week, probably won't get episodes out next week, but we'll see. I got them out this week. I just know it's because the Sunday and when I record, I'll be traveling and moving back in, and then that full week of class, so probably won't happen. I might have to take that week off to get settled in. Thanks, guys, for watching. There will be Eidolon Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll record enough for 3 episodes, and then there'll be some tutorials maybe through this week. But then through that, the rest is unknown for the week after that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Season 10 of Tornado Survival has begun. Click here in the top right to see the first episode in that series. If you'd like to check out my Minecraft server Avius, click here in the top left. Click the link below to follow me on Twitter to get the latest on my channel. And if you've liked what you've seen so far, click the big banner below to subscribe.